Good morning, students. In the last topic, I explained you about male reproductive system. Today, I will explain you about the female reproductive system, in which we will cover these parts. This is the female reproductive system and its parts. Next is fertilization and post-fertilization changes, menstruation, and significance of sexual reproduction. First, we will be starting up with what is the female reproductive system. In the female reproductive system, organs that forms an egg periodically, which fertilized and which helps in fertilization and growth of fertilized egg into fetus. So the female reproductive consists of different parts. See, you can see the different parts here. First, this is ovaries. The two pair of ovaries are present here and a pair of oviducts, as well the pair of oviducts or fallopian tubes is also present here. Next, uterus. You can see the uterus here, and next cervix and vagina. Here the cervix is present and here the vagina is present. Now we will discuss each and every part of this female reproductive system. First, we will starting up with the ovaries. Ovaries, they are the pair of almond-shaped female gonads. You can see that this is the almond-shaped female gonads which lie near the kidney. As a female child birth takes place, thousands of immature eggs were present in that time. And from that, after puberty, one ovum matures alternatively in either two of the ovaries at the interval of the 28 days. Okay, and secretes, and the ovaries are also responsible for the secretion of the female sex hormones such as estrogen and progesterone. Okay, so next part we will be discussing about the oviduct or fallopian tube. See here, the oviduct and fallopian tube is present. Okay, it has funnel shape. You can see this is a funnel shaped opening near the ovary, and the opening of this fallopian is near the ovary, carries ova and egg from the ovary to the uterus. See here, they are the carriers of egg, that they carries ova or egg from the ovary. As I told you now, that once in a month it produce one ovum. Okay, so when it produce egg or ova, this fallopian tubes carries it and take that ova to the uterus. Okay, and here you can also say this fallopian tube as a site of fertilization. So this open into the uterus from both the sides. You can see here it can open into the uterus from both the sides, and this is how you can say, all of you remember this, the fallopian tube or oviduct it is said to be as a site of fertilization. Now we will study about the more parts of this female reproductive system. Now the next part is uterus or womb. Womb is a hollow, or this is the uterus or womb. Womb is a hollow or pear-shaped bag-like structure. Here the growth and development of fetus takes place. Okay, so here the development of fetus or baby takes place. Next, the cervix. Cervix is see here, the cervix is there. It is a narrower portion of the uterus which opens into the vagina. Okay, see here. And next is vagina. Vagina receives the sperms from the male partner and is also serves as the birth canal. So this is about all the parts of the female reproductive system. Now we will discuss about the fertilization, how the process of fertilization takes place. First, all of you see there are two types of fertilization. First is the outside fertilization or external fertilization, and second is internal fertilization. What is external fertilization? In which fertilization takes place outside the body, that is called as external fertilization. Internal fertilization, where the fertilization takes place inside the body, that is called as internal fertilization. Like internal fertilization you can see in human beings, you can see in cow, cat, hen, it's internal fertilization. Whereas the external fertilization, usually you can see it in aquatic animals like frog, fish. First I will explain you about the external fertilization. Like often you see the frog often swims to the pond. When they swim into the pond, both male and female partner of the frog swims down to the pond. They come together, and when they come close together, the female frog lay eggs outside their body in the pond. So there are thousands of eggs are there in the pond. Okay, so these thousands of eggs are often eaten up by the other aquatic animals. So the remaining eggs, the outer membrane of this eggs are very thick, that they can protect, that it can be it can it can remain protected. Okay, so this female egg that I explained you, that this female egg lays eggs outside their body or in the pond. Often of them are eaten up by the other aquatic animals. The remaining get fused by the sperm. Sperms are also floats along with the water currents. And see, suppose this the frog lay eggs in the ponds. Sperms also, as you know, the sperms are motile. They swims along with the water currents and get fused these eggs, and after that formation of zygote takes place. So this is the process of external fertilization. So now I will explain you about the internal fertilization that takes place between the female reproductive organ. So here you can see the female reproductive organ. So how do the process of fertilization takes place? First you should know what is the process of fertilization. The fusion of the nucleus of male gamete or sperm and ovum, that is female gamete, is known as fertilization. When the fusion of two gametes, that is male and female, that is sperm and ovum, when these two gametes fuse together, that process is termed as fertilization. Now we will see how do the process of fertilization takes place. As the male gamete enters into the female genital tract through that is the vagina by the process of copulation and mating. So from the vagina, the sperms enters into the vagina. Through the vagina, the sperms enter into the female body by the mating or copulation. This process, this takes place in oviduct. Now, thus, as we know, the sperms are highly motile. They can swim easily. So, as the sperms are highly motile and very active, they swim into the uterus through cervix and then pass into the oviduct. Okay. Now, the sperm reaches to the oviduct. Here, the oviduct or fallopian tube. This is the site of fertilization. Remember, the oviduct or fallopian tube, it is the site of fertilization. See here, see it's all written here. This takes place in the, I just explained, the male gamete sperm enters into the female genital tract through vagina by the process of copulation and mating. This takes place in the oviduct and fallopian tube. The sperms are highly motile and active. They swim into the uterus through cervix and then pass into the oviduct. Fertilization only occur if the egg is present here. Obviously, if the egg is present here, if the ovary releases an ova, or the ova or egg is present here, then only the fertilization will take place in the fallopian tube. So you can see the fallopian tube is also known as site of fertilization. Okay. So here now the sperms meet the egg. If they receive the egg, then the sperm meet the egg and the fertilization will takes place. After fertilization takes place, the fusion of male and female nuclei occurs and they will form zygote. Okay, see here. After fertilization, when the sperm reaches the egg, it penetrates. See, the millions of sperms were there, but only around 100 can reach up to the egg, and only a single sperm can penetrate the egg. And now, when the sperms get success for penetrating the egg, it penetrates inside the ovum, and or you can say the ovum. The syngamy or fusion of male and female nucleus occur in the form of zygote. Okay, so when sperm fuses this egg or ovum, or it penetrates that ovum, syngamy will take place, and due to the syngamy, what the formation of zygote takes place. Okay, so now the zygote, the formation of zygote takes place in the fallopian tube only, and now the this zygote take repeatedly mitotic division, and after several mitotic division it will form a hollow ball that is called as blastocyst. Here it's called as blastocysts, hollow ball of cells, it's called as blastocysts. Now this blastocyst it reaches to the uterus, and now the blastocyst reaches to the uterus. Here in the uterus it develops into embryo. Now you know the embryo get attached to the placenta from where it's getting the nutrition. So this is about the process of fertilization, how the process of fertilization takes place in female reproductive system. You often heard about now that in vitro fertilization, that IVF. In that case of IVF, see, I explained you that in the fallopian, the tube, the process of fertilization, the process of fertilization takes place. And more thing I just want to tell you, like I explained you that the fallopian tube is called as the site of fertilization. Same at uterus is called as implantation, site of implantation, because here when in uterus, when the zygote, after being blastocysts reach here, pregnancy occurs or implantation occurs. Now the zygote which changes into blastocyst developing into embryo, or you can say the uterus at the site of implantation. Okay, so yes, I am explaining about IVF or in vitro fertilization. In that case the female's fallopian tube is blocked, and if the fallopian tube is blocked, then definitely the sperm and ovum can't meet. So hence the fertilization is not taking place inside the female's body. So in vitro fertilization, what the doctors used to do, they take out ova or egg from the female body through injection. As well, they also take the sperms from the male body, and then they fuse the sperm and ovum outside the body, or you can say they used to fuse the sperm and ovum in a test tube. And after when they fuse the sperm and ovum in the test tube, the formation of zygote will take place. So they take the healthy the formation of 3 or 4 zygote will take place. So they will take the healthy zygote and then implant into the mother's uterus. Okay, so this is the process which they are doing with the in vitro fertilization, that is in the IVF. Now we will see what will be the post fertilization changes. Now we see what will be the 4 post fertilization changes. The placenta, because now inside the uterus development of embryo takes place. Then the development within the development of embryo, it is being attached to the placenta. So placenta is responsible for providing all the nutrients to the developing embryo, as well as it also helps in the exchange of gases, as well as the placenta also helps in excretion of the waste from the embryo's body. So placenta plays a very important role in the while the development of the embryo. So you can write it from the blackboard, that how the placenta is useful, or how the placenta, what are the functions of placenta. That during pregnancy the placenta forms the finger-like projections called villi, that is towards the embryo. This creates the large surface area for exchange of gases, exchange of glucose, exchange of gases and oxygen between the mother and the embryo. As well, also the waste generated by the embryo can be eliminated from the body when by transferring them into the mother's blood through the placenta. Next, you can see, so next the development of child takes place about for the 9 months in a mother's womb. It is also called as gestation period. After that, strong rhythmic muscular contraction in the uterus called the childbirth. So this is all about the fertilization. So now and fertilization and post fertilization changes. So in the next class I will explain you, if the egg is not fertilized, then what will happen. Okay, if the egg will not fertilize, like now I just explained when the egg is being fertilized, and if the egg is not fertilized, then what will happen? Menstruation occur. That I will explain you in the next class. So today what we read, today we first read about the parts of the female reproductive parts we first read. After that we read about the process of fertilization. As I explained you, from the, I'm just giving you a quick recap. The sperms get entered through the vagina and the sperms are motile. They swims along and reaches to the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube is a site of fertilization. Here sperms get meet with the eggs. If the eggs are present, the sperms get fuse with the egg or meet with the egg, and after that it get fused. When the sperm get fused with the egg, the formation of zygote takes place. After formation of zygote takes place, that's why it's also called as the tube is also called as oviduct, and it is also called as site of fertilization. Now the sperm and ovum or ova get fused together, and when it fused together, it forms the zygote, and now the zygote goes through the repeated mitotic division, and it formed the blastocysts. After it formed the blastocysts, it went on to the uterus, or you can say in the womb. Here they will form the embryo, and the uterus is also called as the site of implantation. Here a female is get pregnant. Okay, so here the development of embryo takes place, and now here as I explain you, the embryo get connected to the placenta, which provides all these which do all these functions. So thank you for today.